T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, hell will not have him.
You are all my children now.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Cindy. Are you God damn you.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's Sunday. It's the Sunday Horror Hangout. And with me on Sundays, as always, I can't talk today, Matt. With me on Sundays, as always, is Mad Matt from Mad Matt's Mask. What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Michael, I'm doing fantastic, my friend. It's been a slow week. The booth, I don't know what was going on there, man. It was just very, very slow. Not a whole lot going on. Pretty boring. And that's exactly the opposite of what we have going on here. So I'm embracing it. I'm stoked. Haven't got to talk a whole lot. So, I'm going to let it all out, man. But we're doing supernatural stuff. And I know I've got a lot of, there's a lot of people I know. Mad Mom is one of them. She's been dying to talk her supernatural. Dude, I'm stoked. glad to be here. Love you guys. What's up, Michael? Let's do it.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing. Like, I wanted to do because we focus so much on the movies, dude. We do. But when you start talking about like horror and supernatural type series, where you've got shit, man, like Supernatural, you've got like American Horror Story, you've got if you're a True Blood fan, or Stranger Things, all those things that fit into that horror supernatural realm of TV. You say Walking Dead, you think about all of those, and then we put all of those into the bracket. And I just love to see what people have, what their shows are that they watch that fall into that realm, man, and to see how they do in the Movies and Beyond bracket, dude, because like I said, dude, we've only done movies, so I think that the TV series, well, you can't really call them TV series because a lot of them are on streaming services, like Walking Dead. Yes, that was TV. Stranger Things was straight up Netflix. You know what I mean? So it really depends. So I didn't want to put TV series in them. I wanted to just put, that it was just a series bracket. So it was like horror, supernatural series bracket, because like I said, some of these aren't on TV. They're only on the streaming services. And Bates Motel, that was another one, dude, that was killer. Hannibal, that was killer. Like, there's so many of these good series that fall into this realm, man. I know that the live chat is going to pick some bangers. Michelle sent me a message that she is not going to be able to be here when we start. So I did throw American Horror Story in the bracket already for her. I have made my pick, and if you guys know anything about me, I'm going Stranger Things, because that is my freaking jam. So Matt, just be thinking about what series you would like to put in the bracket, because we have our picks, and then we'll jump into the live chat to see what they have. And speaking of the live chat, you ready to see who we got with us here tonight?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Jerry Wilson in here at 4:40 p.m. today, saying hello, Michael and Matt. Let's get it. Jerry takes pride in getting that number one spot, man. And you always gotta give it to Jerry, because that's super cool. And Jerry's also reminding everyone to smash that like button. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please hit that like button for us. It helps out more than you guys know. Do that for me. And then I also like to mention, and I'll mention this a little later on too, when the stream is over, come back, leave a comment, tell me what you thought, about the stream, because that helps out as well. Jerry is also throwing out there, consider joining Movies and Beyond on Patreon, and he provides the link to join the Patreon. There's a free Patreon. You really don't get too much with the free, but at least I see that you're a supporter, and I'll put something out every now and then. There are paying members for Patreon, to where you get a little more through each tier that you pay, and this is how we keep the lights on at Movies and Beyond, through Patreon, through channel members. So if you would like to support Movies and Beyond outside of YouTube, outside of being a channel member, you can do that at Patreon, and Jerry has provided that link below. Thank you, Jerry, for that. Paula is in the chat as well. What is going on, Paula? I hope that you are doing well. Always good to see you here. Russell Dorsey is in the chat as well, saying, what's up, everyone? I smashed that like button. Hope everyone is having a wonderful night. Happy Sunday, everyone. Let's smash that like button if you haven't already. It helps the channel. Thug life. That's what I'm talking about, Russell. Good to see you, my man.
What's up, Russell? What's up, buddy?
Good to see you. Let's see. Lydia's in the chat as well, saying Heidi Ho officers, with her intro tagline she has every week. What's up, Lydia?
Hello, Lydia. Good to see you. Good to see you.
No doozy of a day today?
It actually was a doozy of a day, but not in the good way.
Always look forward to the
and what's cool, I was gonna say, Michael, I almost like that I don't do a whole lot of research before these start. I used to, you used to let me know a week ahead of time what we were doing, and I'd watch movies, whatever I had to do, which is cool. But when I go on a whim, dude, I didn't even think about Stranger Things when you brought it up, and I was like, dude, that's it's just dude, that's exciting, man. And Bates Motel, and there's a lot that borderline too. I think we're gonna have some issues with that. They'll be putting some things in where and I'll leave that up to you, my man, to say,
we'll vote on it, man.
Paranormal or not. For sure. But
we'll vote on it for sure.
All right.
Definitely. Yeah, man. Like it really depends on prep for a show. Like it depends. Something like this, no. I'm not gonna watch 30 series.
But
Before I come
ranking
on the
every
show.
you
Right.
know, TCMs, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, say we're doing a show on Halloween 5. Yeah, I should probably watch that before we do it. It's not one I go back too often,
Yeah.
so I would do it. So it really kind of depends on how I'm prepping for each show, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see, Jeff D'Angelo. I see he is in the chat as
Halloween
well.
ends, just play sick. Yeah,
I'm not gonna make it tonight, Michael.
I came down with something, buddy.
I'm not gonna make it tonight. I'm not feeling well. It'll be fine.
What's up, Jeff?
Jeff is in the chat as well. What's going on, Jeff? I hope you're doing well, my man. I hope you are doing well. Let's see. Let's see, where am I at here? I always lose my place. Melissa the wild card is in the chat as well, saying, "Hey, I made it just in time. Just in time." What's up, Melissa? I hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. I almost said happy Friday, but it is Sunday. Happy Sunday. And James has entered the chat. The Shape is in the chat as well, saying, "Hello, everyone. Hope you all have a good evening." What is up, James? I hope you're doing well, my friend.
I do have to clear something up, Michael, for the Shape. I was talking to James today. I read your message really fast. I told the Shape that tonight was going to be about Supernatural, the series only. I saw Supernatural. I got busy with something. James, that's my fault. That's my mistake. It is not Supernatural, the show. It might be in here. I'm sure it will be. But it's Supernatural shows and series all across the board.
So I threw the horror supernatural because, some may say, well, it may be supernatural, but it's not really horror, or it may be horror, but it's not really supernatural. So I wanted to make sure that they were both included on that.
You would have cracked up, Michael. We were both like walking down the aisle, and I'm like, I don't know all that much about Supernatural. James like, I don't either. I don't know what I'm going to say. We were all worried.
It'll be fine, man. It'll be fine.
I got home and saw what it was, really about, and I was like, "Oh shit, Matt." Okay, clearing that up.
It's good. Let's see. Where was I? So I just hit James up. It looks like Castellar Daniel Garcia is in the chat as well, saying Penny Dreadful and Channel Zero are my go-to super. Penny Dreadful was dope. Like, it has been a long time since I've seen Penny Dreadful. That was something that my dad loved, and I lost my father in 2020, and it was well before he got sick. So it's been a minute, but Penny Dreadful, when that started out, man, I thought that was some of the coolest shit I had ever seen, like at that time, for sure.
Now, how many series did that go?
How many seasons?
Yeah, I'm sorry, seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know I didn't finish it. I think I got to like season 3 or 4. It was something around there. I don't think it went on much longer after I stopped watching. Hell, I don't know. It could still be running, and I know.
Okay, because I checked out Penny Dreadful as well.
Yeah,
it's one of those things I kind of dropped, not due to not that I wasn't digging it.
Yeah.
But with your reaction, Michael, I'm gonna go and check.
Well, the
that
first
out.
season was the one that really did it for me. I think I might have stopped watching in the second season because I just didn't stick with me like the first season did.
Okay.
So I don't know how long that one went on for, but I was thinking maybe it was only 2 seasons I watched. But then again, I mean, it's probably been 10 years, 8 years.
Another one I tried really hard with was Van Helsing.
And the series? There's a series?
The series. I felt like it just never really got going for me.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It could have really picked up and been badass. Because I can have that ADD shit kick in, where, like, you know what I'm saying. I can have 2 kind of down episodes and I'm gone. But the thing is, ends up being just on fire. So I hope I'm going to get some ideas after this show, after the segment, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I always welcome a good series, but I do struggle to, get through that push, and sometimes you have to do that,
It's some like series, you know, when you talk about these shows that we watch, some of them don't get going until the second season.
For
So I
sure.
don't
For
usually
sure.
really judge a show by just the first season. Usually if I'm watching it and there's a couple seasons out already, and it's like, hey, I'm going to check this show out. First season's not that great. I'm just like, well, I'm going to check out the second season because I know of a lot of shows to where the first season's kind of slow, but you got to think they got to establish who the characters are. You know, you have to build that connection with the characters to make those later seasons as good as they are. You know, at least that's the way I look at it. So I always give it, you know, the first season, I go into the next one and kind of keep an open mind with it. Let's see. Teresa Stevens, aka Mad Mom, is in the house as well, saying hi, y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. How you doing, Teresa? I hope you're having a good Sunday.
Hello, Mother. I hope you get to represent your supernatural tonight. This is the time to do it. For sure.
Gets it in there. Let's see. I think did I get everybody that's chatting? Possibly. I think I did. Well done, Michael. Look at me. Been through these so good. All right. If I missed anybody in the chat, I do apologize. Throw another message up there and I will say hello. Sometimes I do miss them every now and then. But like I said, so Matt, do you have a series off the top of your head that you would like to see in the bracket here for tonight that you can think of before I start to open it up to the chat for these?
All right, man. So it has to be something supernatural.
Well, no, horror or supernatural. Like
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just threw horror and supernatural in there. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So I'm gonna go with I'm going Bates Motel, Michael.
That's a good one, dude. I really like that one.
It is. It's one that I cannot wait to watch with Lydia. She has not seen that one yet, and
that's a good one.
Yeah, and it's got some killer acting in there. So yeah, I'm going to go Bates Motel.
Definitely. Yeah, I was hoping that one would get in there for sure. I was pretty sure that it would because that was so good. Let me blow this up a little bit. Well, it really doesn't matter because it's not blowing up what I'm doing. Okay, so this is where this begins. So what I'm gonna do is I'm watching the chat right now, and I want everybody for the moment just to throw out one choice. Once everybody has gotten through their one choice, we will start to look at, you know, a possibility of a second choice coming up there. So far on the list, I know you guys can't see it that well on the screen, but we have American Horror Story, we have Stranger Things, and we have Bates Motel. So I'm going to start taking suggestions. Make sure for now, just throw out one. All right. It looks like I have Supernatural off the rip.
Slasher.
The Haunting of Hill House. That's
Wait, why are you laughing? What's so funny?
What'd you say?
Slasher.
That's
a series.
Oh, okay, but you picked Bates Motel, right?
I know, but you just said everyone throw something out. I kind of got excited. Okay.
You got excited.
All right,
okay.
I'll sit back.
Let me ask you this. Paula is throwing out Gotham.
Dude, I love Gotham, but I would say no.
Yeah.
I would say no.
I absolutely love Gotham as well, but I don't think it fits into the category of horror / supernatural. Gotham is fantastic. If we were doing that type of series, yes, I would. But I can't throw Gotham up there just for the simple fact that it's not a horror or supernatural a series. Believe me, but Gotham was awesome. I didn't know you thought
that's awesome, Michael, because I loved Gotham as well. So that's really cool.
Especially the dude that played the Penguin. He was awesome.
Yeah, he is tattooed all over my forearm. Like he was fantastic as the Penguin. Fantastic.
Jerry is throwing out Ghostbusters. Was there a series, Ghostbusters series? Like a TV series?
I'm out on that.
I,
I'm out on that. I have no idea.
let me know in the chat, because if there was,
I
and
feel
I
like
missed
you would
it,
know, Mike.
I feel like I would too. And the
I
only
feel like-
series I can really think of that was Ghostbusters was the cartoon. So I'm not really sure if he was talking about what he was talking about there. All right,
Jerry,
so
are you trying to add cartoons? Let us know. Let us know.
oh shoot, what did I just do? There we go. Paula's throwing out The Last of Us. I just did it again. What is wrong with me?
I actually just finished The Last of Us, and God, that's another one that borderlines. But I think where do you? I would allow that Last of Us.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I would throw The Last of Us in there.
Okay,
Sure.
yeah, I just finished that. You've seen that one, Michael?
I've seen it up to episode 2, I think.
You got to finish that.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
You got to finish that. That's very, very strong.
Yeah,
very
so I hear it's great. I do. I hear it's fantastic, but I just haven't really checked it out yet. But I will. Has anyone not put a vote in the chat yet? If you have not, now is the time to do it. I have 7 shows in here. And I have 15 people in the chat. So if you would like to throw your TV series, horror or supernatural type of show in here, now would be the time to throw it up in the chat.
There's a lot that I'm already surprised that aren't in there yet.
Oh yeah, me too. I've got quite a few in my head for sure that I'm thinking of throwing up there. But I want to let the chat have their chance to throw it in. We'll give them another few minutes, and then we will go for round 2. Round 2 for that. I see Russell's throwing Smallville. I loved Smallville too, but that's more the superhero genre for sure.
Love you, Russell, but no.
Yeah, I do. I love you too, Russell, but I don't want to throw that into the horror / supernatural bracket series. Let's see. Melissa's saying Vampire Diaries or Supernatural. We already have Supernatural up there, but Vampire Diaries is good. You know, Vampire Diaries, I wasn't really big on Vampire Diaries, but I really did like... Is that spelled right? That looks close. I really did like the spin-off from Vampire Diaries, the originals. I really did like the originals. Let's see. We got True Blood. We've got Vampire Diaries. All right. Let's see. I'm going to actually take 2 of these off because we'll stick with 16 for tonight. That keeps the bracket even. If you want to throw a second choice out there, you are able to do that now. So go ahead and throw your second choices out there.
Slasher.
I don't even think I've seen it, but I will throw your slasher up there, man.
Slasher's fun, Michael. Slasher's fun. Yeah. Yeah. Slasher is very fun.
Let's see. Lydia's throwing Marianne.
Oh, that was going to be my next, but I was like, I can just shut up because I just,
I haven't seen that one either.
Oh, Michael, Marion. Well, honestly, you almost should, because it'll just piss you off, because it's one season and it did not get approved for a second, and it just pisses you off. But Marion's first season was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I've not seen that one.
Yeah, and you haven't seen Slasher.
No,
Okay.
I have not. All right, I'm gonna throw one up there because nobody else is putting this up there, and it's driving me crazy. I'm putting Hannibal up there. I think that Hannibal is freaking awesome.
I'm midway in Hannibal right now,
Ooh.
and I'm loving it.
Yeah,
I'm. Well, I don't know if I'm even midway. How many seasons did Hannibal go, Michael?
Oh God, help me out in the chat. Was that 4 or 5 seasons on Hannibal? I want to say 4. And they were trying to get 5 approved.
Okay. Well, I'm not even halfway, but I'm definitely in the middle of Hannibal, and I'm digging it.
All right. Paul is throwing Scream, the TV series, out there.
Yes. Have you seen that one, Michael?
I didn't make it through much of that. No.
I
didn't.
liked it. I liked
Did you?
it.
That's awesome.
I liked it. And I'm not even a huge, I'm not a huge Scream person, but
Russell said Hannibal went 3 seasons. I thought it went more than that. Or just the episode's just really long.
yeah, I did like the Scream series.
Yeah, he's right, man. That only went 3 seasons.
Okay.
DJ Plays Favorites is in the chat as well, saying hello. What's up, DJ? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, everybody's saying 3 seasons. Seemed longer than that to me. It did. Nobody wants to throw Dexter up there. Come on, guys. I fucking love Dexter.
Now I know I'm gonna get shit for this. I have never seen Dexter.
I really enjoyed Dexter, but it's Dexter. I don't know. I could see why some people don't like it, but I loved it. I love.
See,
Dexter.
Michael, I've never heard someone say they don't like it. I've only
really.
I've only heard great things about Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter's fun, dude. I wasn't a big fan of the New Blood. Dexter came back. And Russell said, Dexter, I'm picking it. Dude, that's what I'm talking about, Russell. Dexter was the New Blood came out. I wasn't a huge fan of how that ended, but now they have another show, like a prequel series coming out that looks really good. And then Dexter's coming back somehow he's coming back, and there's going to be another run of Dexter. Same guys, in the show. So
do you think I would dig Dexter, Michael?
Yeah, you might. It's different though. Like it's not gonna be like hard-hitting fast action, the entire time. Like you're kind of going through the mind of a psychopath who's trying to live a normal life, although he has he's trying to fit in, but he has these urges that he has to to deal with. So he tries to only do certain things to bad people. So it was good.
Okay.
It was definitely good. Let's see. We've got that. We've got Melissa saying the Twilight Zone. Okay.
Hell yeah. We haven't really gone that far back, and that's awesome.
We have hell yeah, man. Yeah, that's we have Tales from the Crypt on there. Well, I guess that wasn't.
I didn't know we had Tales from the Crypt. Hell yeah.
We do have Tales from the Crypt. That was a don't worry, Val. It's there.
Shit, I got the Tales from the Crypt patch I'm rocking tonight. Hell yeah. All right.
And I've got to say what's up to Val from Val's Views. She is in the chat. Didn't even say hello. She just said, where is Stranger Things on the list? It is up there. That I was going to get that. And the general's in the house. When the general's in the house, she always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. What is up, Val? What is going on?
Hello, Val.
All right. So we have one horror/supernatural TV series left. We have
I'm going to go ahead on record, and I'm going to blame Mad Dad for the reason I'm into all this crazy ass horror shit. Is because the first thing I really watched that was horror related was sitting with him watching Tales from the Crypt. I'm serious. And I was just fascinated. So yeah, I blame all this on him.
It's his fault. Right now he's watching somewhere like, There it is, Paula. I was waiting for it. The Walking Dead has got to be on the list.
We didn't have Walking Dead yet.
We did not have Walking Dead yet. So,
and Michael, I've told you that's every time. It's every time. And most times we even get done, and then there's a juggernaut brought up, and it's like, what? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So we have this together. We have everything here. We have the list, and I will make Matt. Oh, shoot. Remember last time we forgot to shuffle. We're not going to forget to shuffle this time.
Got to shuffle, dude.
We have got to shuffle. So, Matt, pick a number between 5 and 10, and we will shuffle.
All right. We're going to go with old lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7. Here we go. Let me shuffle 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. And I will blow this up for everyone to see. That's about as big as it'll go. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good, and I'm not gonna be able to really jump in on this one. So let me set.
There's
up
a
the poll.
lot that I think that we're going to be out on these, Michael.
All right, the first poll is up. So let's get your vote in now. Who wins? The Haunting of Hill House, which was awesome, and The Last of Us.
Oh, I know Lydia is biting her nails right now.
Oh my god, these are two, like, these are very popular. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people when you talk about, great series, these two come up a lot. They do in conversation. I can't really speak to The Last of Us. Haunting a Hill House, really good. I just rewatched that recently. It's good. So this is actually freaking crazy, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. Matt, have you seen both of these series?
I have.
Oh, I'd love to hear what you have to say about this one.
I have. I'm nervous. I'm nervous of what Lydia's going to think about what I have to say.
Oh man.
So The Last of Us, it's ongoing. It's ongoing. Second season is getting ready to drop.
Yeah.
So that's what really kind of helps me make my decision here, based on the one season we got from Last of Us and Haunting of Hill House being, finished and, the story complete. I'm going to have to go with the Haunting of Hill House.
Ooh, okay.
And it is no disrespect. I am thoroughly enjoying The Last of Us. But yeah, where they are right now. But like I said, two seasons later in The Last of Us, I gotta be like, man, this is, blows Hill House out of the water. But yeah, where it's at right now, I'm gonna go Haunting of Hill House.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Let me get through the chat. I mean, I wish I could add, like, The Last of Us started off really good.
There she is. I knew it.
Yeah,
She
Paula,
loves
me
them
too.
both.
Yeah, me too, Paula. I was waiting for it. I was definitely waiting for it.
For which one? Walking Dead?
Yeah, to come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Russell's saying this is a hard one. This is. I mean, I'm looking. We have, let's see, how many votes in? We only have 10 votes in, and we have 17 people in the chat. So make sure that you are voting, because we are locked at 50-50 right now. And I feel like this is make sure you get your votes in. For sure.
I will just be, and that'll say a whole lot about The Last of Us. I will just be surprised if it can take out The Haunting of Hill House with just one
season. Yeah.
I circled that word. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, I got you.
With one season. I'll be surprised. But it could, man. It could, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening, because beginning to end, The Haunting of Hill House was magnificent.
Good.
I liked the ending. I liked the storytelling, the acting. It had some really creepy ass parts, dude.
But you got to remember, The Haunting of Hill House was only one season as well.
Right.
But it wasn't like an ongoing. Story. Yes, it did finish.
It did finish the story. So, yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Lydia's saying, "Don't worry, Matt. I ain't even gonna like what I'm gonna say. So don't feel bad."
I bet she's not. She loves both of these, man.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. She did come through and say, I'm going to have to go with Hill House, too. I absolutely adore it and all of Mike Flanagan's work. He's my favorite director and writer.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Mad Dad's coming through, too, saying Hill House.
Nice.
He is coming through, saying
nice.
Hill House.
I thought Mad Dad had seen it, but I wasn't 100% sure. But yeah.
Melissa's saying, I don't like either, but I guess The Last of Us. That's crazy. Hey, you like what you like.
You do. And she'll go with Last of Us. Okay, fair enough.
Russell's going with The Last of Us. Hell yeah,
man.
Sarah Campbell's in the chat as well, saying, hey, friends, sorry I'm late. It's all good, Sarah.
No
Glad
worry.
to have you here. Make sure that everyone's getting their votes in. For sure. I will leave this up for. Well, we're about to pull this down right now. because
Has
it's been up
James
for
voted?
fun.
Has the shape voted?
I don't know.
Let us know, James. Where are you, buddy?
He is saying it's a horse race now. So
Okay.
it is saying that. So this is crazy. I'm gonna pull this down in about 20 seconds because this one is running its course here. And let me go ahead and down here. We will end the poll. And The Haunting of Hill House is going to come up on top, but it was very. Maybe I should hit the start the tournament button. And of course, it brings it back down here. There we go.
I agree with that pick.
55.
And it's like I said, it's no disrespect to The Last of Us, but
No.
it'd be beating a show that like I said, told you the entire story, finished it, and it was good.
Yeah.
It's not to say that, once The Last of Us is, all said and done, we're not going to be like,
Yeah.
damn, but it just didn't have the fight in it that Hill House did.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we'll pull this up here. We'll get that back down there. All right, so this is crazy. I can actually vote on both of these.
I am out like a fat kid in dodgeball with this one, buddy. I am out.
Oh my god!
Not
Dude,
seen
I love that
either of
movie.
these.
I love that movie so much. Dodgeball.
Yeah, I'm out, man. I'm out.
Let's see. And the poll is up for this next one. If you are a vampire fan, they got both thrown together. We have True Blood versus The Vampire Diaries. Oh, where do I go with this? Sarah saying, how Buffy is iconic.
I believe my parents have seen both of these, if I'm not mistaken. I know they've seen the Diaries.
Yeah. So for this one, for me, True Blood, the way both of these shows went for me is they were good when they started, but as they went on, they kind of died off for me. If I had to choose, I think for this one, I'm going True Blood, just for the simple fact that now, if we were talking about the originals, I would have picked the originals over both of these because I really like the originals. But unfortunately, the originals is not up here, and it is connected to Vampire Diaries, but it can't be included with it because it's a separate show. But I am going True Blood for this one. I do feel like it was a little more, I don't know, raw. I think it was just a little more raw, a little more. That's a good word, man, for this. Like, when you think of like vampires, you kind of want that, like you usually get two types of vampire movies. You know what I mean? And to me, True Blood was just a little more raw. And I think that's why I'm going to go with True Blood on this one. Vampire Diaries was good. I did enjoy it up to a certain, time, but it just felt very, very CW. Like, I saw it on Netflix, so I don't know which network it came out on, but after a while it just felt very CW. So I am going True Blood for this one, where True Blood was HBO in full effect. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's getting their head ripped off. They're getting
like
their head
you
ripped
could
off.
see them playing Dawson's Creek and then Vampire Diaries, like after kind of thing.
Yeah, like it was just not that it was bad though. Like
I hear you.
Very interesting in the beginning, like you had the mystery and then, once that stuff, like when the originals came, it got really good. Like, I was a big fan of, the original vampires. Like they showed up in this. Russell said Vampire Diaries came on CW. Like I said, it felt very CW. I didn't see it until it was on Netflix. But yeah, so, I did like when the original showed up. I was a big fan of Klaus. His brother, what was his brother's name? Elijah. Like, I really liked those guys, and I think that's why I transferred over to the originals, the show, so much better than I did with the rest of the Vampire Diaries. But to me, True Blood, it just had that raw vampire feel to it that was just, I had to. I had to. Let's see what the chat is saying because it is a very close poll right now. We only have 9 votes. We have 15 people in the chat. So make sure if you haven't voted yet that you do that. Let's see. Lydia is saying if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. Love dodgeball. Yes. Lydia is saying I haven't seen either of these shows. I'm out too. Melissa is saying Vampire Diaries. Oh yeah. Paula is saying True Blood. DJ is saying I haven't seen either of these. Russell is going with True Blood. Val has said I'm out. She hasn't seen them either. Sarah Campbell said True Blood was amazing for the first 2 seasons, but then kind of fell off. I never got into Vampire Diaries. Like I said, True Blood, both of these for me, they were good up until a certain point to where they kind of, did fall off just a little bit. The Shape is going with True Blood. All right. What's up, James? I see that. Mad Mom is saying, can I vote twice? I don't think that YouTube will let you.
What?
I don't think that YouTube will let you.
No, but you can vote.
You got to pick one. Flip a coin if you have to. Sometimes you just have to flip a coin, and it'll be all right. Lydia's saying I haven't seen them, but I get the CW thing, Michael. That's why I couldn't finish Evil. I don't like when the acting and writing starts to feel like a CW drama. Yeah, and that can be with a lot of things too. Like I didn't even know that it came out on the CW, but yet it felt very CW. Let's see. Melissa is saying the originals is good too. Yeah, I like the originals. But it lasted longer than Vampire Diaries did for me. It looks like Terry Stevens is going Vampire Diaries. All right, I'm going to leave this up for a few more seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and pull it down. The poll has been up for 4 minutes, and I want to try to keep them around that time frame there. If it's very close, sometimes I'll let it go to 5. But we're at 5 now, so I am going to go ahead and pull this down. We're going to end the poll where it looks like True Blood is going to move on at 60% to 40%.
Okay.
But that was pretty close there for a while. All right. Let me go ahead and get this next poll set up. This one I am not going to be able to participate in. I have seen American Horror Story, but I have not seen Marianne. Marianne. And the poll is up. So go ahead and cast your votes. The 2 are up now. It is American Horror Story and Marianne. Have you seen both of these, Matt?
I have.
Excellent.
I have. I am dead in the water.
Okay.
So I love what American Horror Story is doing. A series that's just bringing out, bringing out horror to us. And there's a lot of seasons that I really thoroughly enjoy. And there's some not so much. However, there is not one season of American Horror Story that I like as much as Marion. I enjoyed Marion that much. I was literally pissed, Michael, when and I don't look up a lot of stuff, as far as is this going to get a second season or, just any of that stuff. I don't look up a lot. I was looking this one up. I enjoyed Marion that much. And, unfortunately it did not get approved for a second season, but I enjoyed it that much. And it's, like I said, man, there's a lot of American Horror Stories seasons that I thoroughly enjoyed. Yeah. But I cannot think of one that I could say beats Marion. And I know I'm getting wiped out here, but I am going Marion.
All right, man. That's cool.
I am going Marion. I hope you get a chance to check that out.
Yeah. I'll tell you my favorite season of American Horror Story was that season where they were at the camp. And it kind of had that Friday the 13th
1984. Yeah, it's called. Yeah, that was fantastic.
Like I love that. Like that took that season of American Horror Story. And I'm not saying it's the best one, but it is definitely my favorite one.
I liked it too, buddy. I liked it too.
Yeah, I had a great time with that one. It was just like, man, it's almost like I'm watching Friday the 13th. This is great.
And then it had a really good twist. And then it had a really good No, I like that one too, and I like the first three, like Asylum,
Yeah,
the Coven. Coven was one of my favorites. They had some really good seasons.
you did.
Something about Marion, dude. I just was really digging it, man. Really digging it.
Oh yeah, man. Let me get to the chat here.
Yeah.
These guys are killing me in the chat here. They're making me laugh. But I do want to point out Sarah has gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you, Sarah, so much for all your support on the channel. It means the world to me. Thank you again, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't say it enough. Thank you. Let's see. Let's see. Mad Mom said, "Oh, I lost." Talking about Vampire Diaries. Poor Teresa. It's okay. It's okay.
So it was True Blood that went on, correct?
True Blood did go on.
Okay,
yes.
and
Yes.
that I remember them watching quite a bit of Vampire Diaries. And when you mentioned like Klaus,
Yeah.
Klaus, I remember his character a little bit as well. So
He was a dick, but dude, like
no, he was pretty cool. He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I remember the Damien. I
Yeah.
think Sarah brought up Damien.
He was in Vampire Diaries. Yes, he was the brother, right? Like
don't ask me, Michael.
Yeah.
I just kind of remember.
Hell yeah, man. Like I enjoy like I said, up to a certain point with those, you know, like it was good up until, you know what I mean? And it was the same for True Blood for me. That's
and I'm not saying this is like, you know, the way for anybody to go. It's just like my take whenever there's just too many supermodels playing vampires, I usually stray away from it. Like I want the rated R, like, you know, take your head off, you know, not so much like the J Crew vampires, like, you know, but I know a lot of people, you know, love that.
yeah.
It's just not my style. I want that dark, nasty, you know, evil son bitch.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Oh yeah. We'll leave this up. Well, I'm not even gonna leave this up because this is a slaughter. This is a slaughter. I see that Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions is in the chat. And he's saying American Horror Story all day. Love 1984. Think that's a year. Yes. Yeah, that's the one we were talking about.
So do we have any Marion fans out there?
Well, so we're gonna go ahead and end the poll where American Horror Story did come through and win. And they are moving on 91 to 9.
Shit.
It happened.
I love you, 9. I love you. I love that 9. You guys are great.
Ooh. Ooh.
That was an ass beating.
What's going on, Peter? I hope you're having a great night, man. Saying I love these horror bracket shows. Us too, man. They're so much fun. They are so much fun. Let me go ahead and set this next poll up here. Lydia's saying the 9 was me.
That's why I love you. Yeah. She's incredible.
All right. The poll
check
is
that
up.
out sometime though, Michael. Check it out.
I'll check it out for sure.
It's a witch story. It's a really killer witch story.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. I do want to point out that Jerry Wilson has gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you so much, Jerry, for your continued support on this channel. You know we love you, buddy. Thank you so much. A million times, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. This one for me, like, I love Bates Motel so much, and I haven't really seen all of the Scream series. So I'm going to have to kindly check myself out of this one. But you said that you've seen both of these. I know that you've seen Bates Motel, and you said that you really like the Scream series. So I will let you.
This is baffling me, Michael, because I'm not even really a series person, but I feel like I'm, you know, maybe I have seen more than I thought. I have seen both of these. Shit. I'm going Bates Motel.
Bates Motel was epic, dude.
I'm going Bates Motel. Yeah. I would always tell somebody to check out the Scream series. I thought it was I'm surprised that it wasn't more popular. I really am. It was very fun. It was very, very fun. And if you just like are looking for something to just enjoy, after a hard day of work and turn on, I absolutely loved it. Like every season, like was brought something to the table, but it is going up against Bates Motel, and when it comes to horror series, I consider Bates Motel a juggernaut. I really do.
Yeah.
The young actor who played Norman was stupid good.
Yeah.
Stupid good. And then you got Vera Farmiga, playing his mother. Like what? Like I love Vera. So yeah, enough said. The story's great. It does the original Psycho so much justice. I'm going Bates Motel, but I do enjoy the Scream series.
I don't think that enough people really talk about how good Bates Motel was. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Like, granted, it's been a couple years since I've seen it, and it still has that impact on me. Like, dude, this was awesome. Like, this was amazing.
It's so killer. There's so many like goosebumps moments where I don't want to give any spoilers, but man, there's some scenes that are just so sick.
When you talk about movies going to TV shows, a lot of people bring up like, well, Chucky, Chucky, the TV series, which I'm surprised that's not up here. Chucky, the TV series, did it well. Bates Motel did it well. So when you start to talk about, maybe you get a Camp Crystal Lake series, maybe you get the Crystal Lake series coming out, and then, there's been talks of the Halloween series come out, and there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I really don't know how I feel about this because going to TV. Bates Motel is one of the ones I bring up to say, hey, it can be done, because if you look at Bates Motel, like they did the damn thing with that. A lot of people love the Chucky series. There are series that came out that stemmed from, a slasher movie that went over, that transitioned over well to these TV. Look at Hannibal, right?
Yeah.
Who would have thought Silence? You look at the Silence of the Lamb movie, you look at Hannibal, you look at the Red Dragon, and you'd be like, hey, that's going to be a TV series. You'd kind of be like, what? How are you going to make that a TV series? Yet Hannibal comes out. Mad Mikkelsen comes out as Hannibal Lecter. You're like, that's not Anthony Hopkins, but it's like you get halfway through that first season, you're like, oh shit, like that dude's Hannibal Lecter too. You know what I mean? Like, what you're doing, brother. What you're doing. You've got this locked down. So those are the types of shows that give me hope for a Crystal Lake series or Halloween coming to TV or to a series.
You're absolutely right, and my take because I'm a big supporter of remakes. So it's kind of similar. Like my take. It's like, don't get me wrong. Like a Halloween series, I'm nervous too. Halloween is my shit. I'm nervous too, but it's like bring it and try, because say I just don't like it, the movies are still there. They're not going anywhere. So
right.
You know what I mean? I just so I don't see where people get too heated over it. It's not saying I don't want them to, pay tribute, to the OGs and, respect it. And I want them to knock it out. But it's not like, if it's not my jam, I'm not so been out of shape that I just, can't control myself. It's like, give it a shot. Let's try it. That's just, I'm down for it. Are we too late for spoil? Has Bates been out long enough where we don't have to worry about spoilers? Or
I don't know. I don't want to be that guy because there's a lot of people in chat like, you need to check this out.
All right, you guys need to check it out because there's some parts on the end that are just so goosebump badass. Yeah. I'm wanting to say them so bad, but let's move on.
And Lydia's flat out just said in all caps, "Don't spoiler it for me." So
that's all that needed to be said. All
right. But let me go ahead and end this poll. We have 13 votes, and it looks like the Bates Motel is going to move on at 54% to 46%. And that was very, very close.
Yeah, but anyone who hasn't checked out the Scream series, I highly recommend it. You know, and I'm not Scream's not my jam, but it's very solid.
Hell yeah. All right. The next poll is up. Go ahead and cast your votes now. Matt, we have Hannibal versus Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, how could you even do that?
The bracket's a savage bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it's a heartless, savage MFer, man. That's what the bracket is. It's gonna throw things up there.
Well, you go first on this, then.
Dude, I love Tales from the Crypt. I've always loved Tales from the Crypt so much, but Hannibal to me was on another level. Hannibal's got to come away with the win for this. Believe me, I'm all for nostalgia. Believe me, I am. But when you look at the sheer episode to episode for me, when I really break this down, it's like your Tales from the Crypt, you know, you had a different story each time. Some were good, some were bad, you know, some were okay. But to me, Hannibal was a solid freaking, it was just solid all the way through. So if I have to take that, you know what I mean, into account, I have to say nostalgia wise, yes, Tales from the Crypt all day. But quality wise, for me, I got to go with Hannibal. Sorry, not sorry. I just am. Hannibal is where I'm going with this one. How about you, my friend? Where do you sit on this one?
Tales from the Crypt. Now I haven't finished Hannibal. I have not finished Hannibal.
Okay.
I'm not even halfway through. Hannibal has started. I'm enjoying it. It has started pretty slow. It has started pretty damn slow. I'm digging it. I enjoy, you know, what's his name? Mad
Mikkelsen.
Digging him as Hannibal, just like you said.
Yeah.
You know, when you think it, nobody can do it but Anthony. But okay, here he is. I'm digging it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But it has not gotten to the part where I can put it above Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Crypt, you know, and Michael, you know a lot about this. You know, something that takes you back.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, this is the first. It is the first horror type of series that I ever watched, and you know, it was with my dad, and it just goes a long way with me, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I do feel like I may have a different take when I'm done with Hannibal, but where we're at right now, I'm gonna go Tales from the Crypt.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
And dude, that's the thing too. Like every little bit of nostalgia in me is like, bro, you gotta say Tales from the Crypt. But it's like, man, if I'm literally gonna sit down and enjoy myself, you know, to the fullest, I would definitely do Hannibal. But that's no knock at Tales from the Crypt, man.
And I feel like I'm just getting to, you know, because this is something Lydia and I are watching together. I feel like we're just getting to like the real Hannibal, like, you know. So I'm not that far. So
I got you.
I could have even bailed on this, but I feel like I'm far enough to say where I'm at. But
to be able to go ahead and just throw it in there, man. Yeah, I get it. Like it's, and that's the thing too. Like some of these, you know, they're not for everyone, and we talk about that. You know, horror fandom is so diverse that it's just like, hey, no, I'm old school. I'm going Tales from the Crypt. I used to watch it as a kid. It was awesome. You know, nothing's going to take those memories away from me, you know, but at the end of the day, like I have access to both of these shows, and I guarantee that I'm going to watch Hannibal again before I watch Tales from the Crypt, just on entertainment value alone. You know what I mean? Nostalgia wise though, everything in me to just not say Tales from the Crypt and I'm just picking it. I don't have to say why. You know what I mean? Like it takes everything in me to do that. So yeah, that's where we're at. So with that.
do you have a Tales from the Crypt box set?
I do not. No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
But they're streaming. Like I can watch them, you know, anytime that I freaking want to. Dude, the Crypt Keeper makes that so good too. You know what I mean? Like that's
his
the thing.
Intros were stupid fun, dude.
And then even the outros too. You know what I mean? Like to me, that was just like
Stupid fun.
yeah, like that was it. That was it. They're great, man. They are great. Take nothing away from them. I love Tales from the Crypt. But I am going to go ahead and end the poll at 4 minutes. It looks like Tales from the Crypt is moving on with a 70-30 win, and Hannibal is done for the night.
Yeah, I would have been really impressed with Hannibal if it took out Tales from the Crypt. Wouldn't have you?
Oh, definitely.
You know,
Definitely, man. For sure. For sure. All right. I always try to type in there. That's not going to work for me. Our next poll is heading up. We have the Twilight Zone versus Slasher.
damn.
And I can speak on the Twilight Zone, but unfortunately I cannot speak on Slasher. But the poll is up. Go ahead and cast your votes. How are you on these two?
Well, man, here's the thing, Michael. I know very little on the Twilight Zone. It's like I know, I've seen some of the more like, famous episodes and stuff.
Yeah,
but I don't know it like super well.
right.
I feel like I should bow out of this one, honestly.
All good, man. But I mean, even from that aspect, I couldn't tell you every episode of Tales from the Crypt either. Because
no, same here.
When you run into those things, man, and shows like that, like Tales from the Crypt or the Twilight Zone or Tales from the Dark Side, they're so different. Each episode is something new and unique to just that episode. Of course, you're not going to remember half of them. I couldn't even tell you half of the episodes of Tales from the Crypt, and that was the one I watched the most.
You know what? You just what you just said helped me make a decision.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna go with Slasher. Like if I've got a Twilight Zone box set in front of me, I know that I'm gonna enjoy some of those, but I really am a fan of Slasher. I'm gonna put Slasher in more often. I'll go with Slasher.
Hell yeah, man. It's freaking awesome. Let's see what the chat has to say, because I obviously, I can talk about a little bit about the Twilight Zone, but I really can't say anything about Slasher other than the name is cool. And, I like Slasher movies. So it's just like, sounds like it's right down my alley.
It kind of blows my mind, but, with being in a booth where I sell horror stuff, I've run into a lot of people that have no idea what I'm talking about when I bring up Slasher, and it just kind of baffles me. It came out on Netflix, and they would do like it's like same actors, different story each season is kind of what it was. And they were all pretty damn good. I think Lydia and I got to like the fourth one or something, and it was really pretty stupid. But for the most part, they were very good, entertaining, solid. Acting is, so-so.
Gotcha.
But, yeah.
That's cool, man.
Katie from Poppin' the Popcorn.
Yeah, I gotta say what's up to Katie. I saw her in the chat. I had to find her intro because I missed it. What's up, Katie? I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you here. Always good to see you here. Let me go back down here. I think we were already there. We go. Let's see. Hannibal kind of ticked me off the way it ended, but that's all I'm saying. I got you, man. But it
good.
You know
no
what?
Spoilers, Russell.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about it. Yeah. Melissa was saying I love Tales from the Crypt. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And Russell go ahead.
Just like you said, man, just the intro with the Crypt Keeper got you so stoked. Like, you got your popcorn out, you're ready for dude.
Hell yeah, man. It was always, being a kid watching it, it was like, oh, I want to watch that show with that creepy ass puppet. You know what I mean? It's just like, and me, like, if you don't know, I'm a big Skeletor fan. You know what I mean? I am. And their voices were similar, when I was a kid. So, and he was kind of a skeleton. So for me, it was just like, hell yeah, man. I like this guy. I don't know why I've always been such a big fan of Skeletor, but I always have been. He's just,
Michael, I like Skeletor. I don't know a damn thing about He-Man, but I like Skeletor.
dude, you got Skeletor up on the screen anytime I want, dude. I absolutely love it. Let's see. I have lost myself. James saying Twilight Zone for old geezers like me. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hell yeah, dude.
Love it, James. Love it, James.
Let's see. Val is giving a $5 super chat that says, by the way, congratulations on hitting 10K, Michael. So proud of you and how far you have come on your channel. Thank you so much, Val. I always like to say, for everybody, thank you, first of all. Thank you foremost. Thank you for the $5 super chat. It means the world to me. But it's a group effort. It's not anything that I do, just one thing that I do to make this happen. It's the community that makes this happen. You guys are the community. So I would like to just say thank you for helping this channel hit 10K. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the super chat, Val. Let's see. Sarah was saying, I find slasher hit or miss. Some really good seasons and some duds. I think the Twilight Zone is a more consistent overall. I gotcha.
That's so fair. That's so fair. I'm just glad someone's seen Slasher. It's like, yeah. That's so fair to say, Sarah.
Oh yeah.
While we work on this, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Michael, be
right
back,
man.
buddy.
Yeah. Lydia's saying, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, you got to throw Skeletor up there. Russell saying, what? Skeletor isn't playing. No. What? I absolutely love that. Grave Watcher Zane is in the chat saying, howdy, howdy. What's going on? Welcome to Movies and Beyond. Good to have you here. He's saying, I just voted. Let me look at the time on this. We've kind of been running our mouth here. Oh, it's been up for 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end that poll for this one. And it looks like the Twilight Zone is moving on 85-15. So 85% chose the Twilight Zone over Slashers 15. So it will be moving on. Oh my God. I'm going to go ahead and look at the chat for a minute because I can't be throwing these two together. This is a rough one for me. This next one coming up is not cool. This is not cool at all whatsoever. Lydia is saying, can we get another what? Oh, you get as many whats as you want.
What?
Yes, of course. You can totally get a what. Skeletor. I might have to do a little more with Skeletor on this channel because he is he is something awesome for sure. Oh my goodness. Here we go. This is gonna hurt some feelings. It's definitely gonna hurt my feelings. Either way this goes, it is definitely going to hurt me. And why? You remember earlier when I said that this bracket is an evil bitch? It's just savage. Like the things that it throws together in the first round. So one of these is going down in the first round. You're gonna sit there and tell me. You remember Joe Dirt when he was in Joe Dirt when he was talking about the fireworks. You gonna tell me you ain't got no whisker biscuits? No, that's how I feel about this. You're going to sit here and tell me with a straight face that you're going to make me pick between Supernatural and Stranger Things? Come on now. God, I just don't even want to put it up there in the... I don't want to put it in the freaking... I don't even want to put it in the poll. It hurts my feelings. It hurts my feelings. Everyone, the poll is active. Cast your votes. Supernatural or Stranger Things. I may need a minute. I may need a minute. Oh my goodness. Russell is saying, what? Yes. Yes, my thought exactly. When I looked at I should have did it again when I looked at the bracket because that was freaking crazy. Val is saying, no. Yeah. Yes. The mega bitch bracket. Oh, this bracket is hurting my feelings. Michelle is in the chat saying, "Hey everyone, happy Sunday. How's my pick doing? Your pick is still moving. It had a blowout win, 91-9 in the last round. It is still on the board." Oh God, Stranger Things. Sorry, not sorry. I do like Supernatural though. Yeah, dude, we got Supernatural versus Stranger Things right now.
Oh, oh, everybody's like twitching, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Sarah Campbell's donated a $2 super chat saying, "Custom channel members only, Skeletor emojis, perhaps. Perhaps that can be worked out."
Oh,
I dig it.
I
would definitely dig that. Oh, I would definitely dig that. Michelle is saying Stranger Things, easy. Russell saying no.
Michael, have you said where you are on this?
No, I haven't.
Well, I'd love you to.
Dude, here's the thing, man. Like, I absolutely love Supernatural. I do. I love everything about it.
But
Stranger Things is Stranger Things, bro. Like, that's another level of emotion for me. Like, Stranger Things is so good at, you love all the characters, man. Like, there's not a lot of throwaway characters in Stranger Things whatsoever, man. You're actually invested on what each character is doing, although they're separated and they're all a big part of what's about to happen. Dude, Stranger Things for me, this is taking the cake for me. Like, this is the winner. As much as it pains me to say, I saw that Lydia in the chat put, "Michael, do you need a paper bag?" When I initially saw these put together, yes, I did. They're oof. Oh God, I got the Supernatural box set right behind me, and of course, Stranger Things. They don't want to give us a box set yet, but I guarantee when it comes out, I will own it, dude. I'm going Stranger Things with this one. As much as it hurts me, it doesn't really hurt as bad as I thought it would. Stranger Things has to move on for me. I know that you've seen both of them, haven't you?
I have. All right. I'm going. So I got a little different ride than everybody else was with Stranger Things.
All right.
But it was an up and down kind of roller coaster ride for me. Everyone like yourself who absolutely just loves everything Stranger Things. I can't say I'm on that same wagon.
I got you.
But I'm picking it over Supernatural. And I like Supernatural. Stranger Things with the last season did a lot of bounce backing for me. Adding Vecna did a whole lot for me.
Yeah.
I feel like we needed that kind of villain. And I've like, there's all right. I'm not going to go too deep. There's just things, I'll just say there's things I love about Supernatural. And there's things I don't dig so much. The biggest thing for me was when it went very sci-fi. Like, I didn't really care that much for like the Ellie and the, or 11 in the, in her world with the doctor and all that kind of weird sci-fi stuff. It really wasn't my jam. But I can agree with you, Michael, on the characters. Like, they all do bring a whole lot to the table. They're incredible. Yeah. And just like I said, when I felt like it needed something, it did bring that to me in the form of Vecna. I feel like and that's just for me. I needed something like that with Stranger Things. And I'm on board too, man. I'm on board too. And what's the boy's name who was like the rocker?
Eddie Munson.
I loved him.
Dude.
I absolutely.
I mean, he jumped up on the top of that trailer and played Metallica, bro. Like, that's crazy.
Dude, I loved him.
Freaking awesome.
I would have preferred he played Pantera, but Metallica's a good second. No, I loved him. I absolutely loved him. You know, uh, kind of reminded me of myself, back in high school with my, Pantera, Metallica t-shirts and shit. But dude, I love Supernatural, but I'm with you, Michael.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever feel, I want you guys to know that I don't want to be a poser. I'm not as big as a fan as you guys are, but it has really grown on me, especially that last season.
Stranger Things for me is like that's the thing I'm looking forward to the most coming out. Like seriously, like out of anything else could come out in Stranger Things at the same time, and more than likely I'm going to watch Stranger Things. Like there's nothing that I want more than for them to wrap up this final season and give it to us. But the thing about it is, what has made me nervous is the way they release Cobra Kai. They're talking about releasing Stranger Things the same way. Am I going to get like 4 episodes and then I got to wait another 4 months before I get the other 4 episodes? So don't agree with that. But the story itself, I absolutely love. Peter Anthony Productions has donated $1.99. Thank you so much, Peter. And he's saying Stranger Things changed the game. It did change the game. It did change the game. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
I'm glad Peter brought that up, because that's actually what I was going to say next. Is look out for what comes next that's going to have Stranger Things influences, because I think there's going to be a shitload, and that's okay. Don't rip it off, because everything stemmed from somewhere. Am I right, Michael?
Yeah.
They busted out Friday the 13th because they saw the success of Halloween, so that's fine. Just don't rip it off. You can gain some, knowledge from that, make it your own. But yes, Stranger Things did change the game, and I think we're going to see a lot of. You're already seeing it. You're already seeing it where a lot of stuff is starting where it's like, okay, they're back. We're doing this in 1980s or 1990s. People dig that shit. I dig it. Stranger Things, though, Michael, I'll say this, did it so well.
Yeah,
like
they did.
From the rooms and like the house and like what their coffee tables looked like. Like, you were probably checking that stuff out too, because we lived through it and we saw that. Like, it was so cool.
It was definitely like yeah, dude, like all that stuff, man. From the first season on, looking at the sets, the set design was freaking amazing. It took you back to the 80s. The music was fantastic. The Duffer Brothers killed it with Stranger Things, man. It was something that we hadn't really seen when it came out. Like, it was a combination of like Ghostbusters, aliens. Like, there were so many different things that were wrapped up into the that first season. It's just so good.
You have a meeting with your realtor and you go to his office and he's smoking his cigarette. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he would have been doing in the 80s. Like,
You're not lying.
Dude, it's so cool.
But I'm sure we'll talk about Stranger Things again. I don't, since it has moved on, it beat Supernatural 70-30. But the new poll that I have up, make sure you cast your votes now. We have The Walking Dead versus Dexter. The Walking Dead versus Dexter.
It's a shame, man. It's a shame that I have to bounce on this one, because I love The Walking Dead, but I've not seen Dexter, so I do not have a fight in this one.
Yeah, this is tough.
Like, I've not seen a single episode of Dexter, so I'm out.
I'm out. These are two very hard shows to compare. You know what I mean? I love both of them for different reasons. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to look at it from, a certain aspect, I absolutely love Dexter. You know what I mean? But if I want to look at it from, you think about the early seasons of The Walking Dead, it was great. It was freaking fantastic. Dexter. Now, we just have Dexter up here, so I'm assuming that it's not including New Blood.
No, you gotta go just with Dexter.
Yeah, well, it was Dexter New Blood. It was like the continuation for it. So I'm definitely going to need a minute. I can actually talk on this for a minute with these two, because I enjoy both of these so much for like I said, different reasons on this. It was the relationship with Shane and Rick and these really, held it up for me at the beginning. You get to see all the characters that you come to love that are just like pulled together, and you build this relationship with these characters, but it does like get to a point with The Walking Dead to where you're just like, oh God, we're still doing this, like we're still here. And that goes on for like a couple seasons. You know what I mean? It's not just like it's just,
and it does bounce back.
It does
bounce back.
It's kind of like with The Walking Dead. Opinion. Yeah, with The Walking Dead, it was like a stock that wasn't stable. It was just kind of all over the place. You'd have the best of the best episode here, and then the following week it would just be a snooze fest. And the one thing I can say about Dexter is I never really felt that way until the end. But then I can look at the end of The Walking Dead and be like, well, the end kind of felt like it didn't matter, because a lot of the characters that I really liked weren't there anymore. You still had Negan, you still had Michonne, you still had Daryl, but there was just something that was mixed, something that was missing. Like the heart of The Walking Dead was gone by the end. To whereas with Dexter, you had that steady show that went through, to where it was good, man. It was good. So I may surprise some people here with this pick, but I am going to go with Dexter for this one. Yeah, I am going to go with Dexter. And that's based off of, the complete series on how the inconsistencies of The Walking Dead makes it hard for me to pick it over Dexter. Now, there are other shows that are on here that if it was going up against, yes, I would pick The Walking Dead. But consistency-wise for this, I definitely have to go with Dexter, and I'm sure that is not going to be a popular opinion. But then again, what are we doing here? Let's see where the chat is with this one here. Let's see. Michelle went Dexter. Jerry went The Walking Dead. The Shape went The Walking Dead. Russell says, another hard one. Why, you bracket?
Yeah, like, let me say this. Let me say this. If I had to guess, because like I said, I haven't seen all of Dexter, but if I had to guess, I've heard nothing but good things about Dexter. Yeah. So if I just want to say my thoughts. I think that The Walking Dead will win by like a 60-40. Okay. That's just, yeah, for what it's worth.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Melissa just gives a thumb down and then she's sad. Like that's freaking crazy. Michelle said The Walking Dead was so boring. Sorry, not sorry. And Melissa says Walking Dead all the way. Michelle is saying Dexter was the best. Jerry's covering his eyes. Russell's going with Dexter. Michelle is saying early seasons were great, but that's it.
Michelle is trying to really get her point across.
Getting that Dexter. Melissa said Dexter's a Nickelodeon comedy show. No, I think that's Dexter's Laboratory. I think that's what that is.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Michelle is saying New Blood doesn't count. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Russell saying wrong Dexter. Let's see. Yeah, Jerry is saying Dexter's Laboratory. Val has disowned me. She said, I thought we were friends, Michael. How could you vote against The Walking Dead? Hey, I'm sorry.
Now, I also feel like, Mad Mom has probably hit the hay at this point, but she would definitely be going Walking Dead.
I would probably agree. And like I said,
and they have seen both. They actually, they're good to have their takes on. They watch a shitload of television.
They get it in. But I am going to end this poll because we've been up over 6 minutes, and The Walking Dead will be moving on at a 70-30 win. You were close on the 60-40.
Okay.
So we will go ahead and submit that, and Dexter is no more. But we are moving on in the bracket. Let's see. We have the next poll is up. Who wins? We have The Haunting of Hill House versus True Blood. And the poll has begun.
Oh God. I mean, I've got to bow out because I've not seen True Blood.
Oh, all right. Well, I can do this one. For sure. This one's kind of easy for me. I'm going with The Haunting of Hill House. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed True Blood, but like I said before when we were talking about True Blood was good up until it wasn't. And that's my opinion with it. Once it got to a certain point of True Blood, it was just like I don't even think I finished it, to be honest with you. But Haunting a Hill House, granted, it was one season, but it was one story. You know, it had a beginning, a middle, and the end. You know, it was concluded all in one season. And that was good, man. I enjoyed The Haunting of Hill House. Like I said, I watched it not too terribly long ago, a couple of weeks ago, actually.
It was killer storytelling.
Yeah, it was really good, man. I really enjoyed it. And it to me, these are two different classes. Haunting a Hill House is smashing True Blood for me. This one isn't even close, and I'd be surprised if the poll didn't reflect that for sure. Let's see where the
Depends on how many CW fans we have.
well, no, True Blood was HBO.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Vampire Diaries.
In my own world, they're kind of all CW.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
I don't know. It's just I feel Haunting of Hill House is more of a true horror person's story as opposed to a True Blood. I could be wrong. That's just how I look at it.
Oh yeah. We've got True Blood from Paulo. We've got Hill House from Michelle. Peter is saying The Haunting of Hill House is one of the best shows ever. Period. Stephen King said the most perfect show ever. Awesome. Oh yeah. Val is saying I thought that until I watched it, Melissa. It's definitely horror. Nothing sci-fi about it. Oh yeah. Russell saying Stranger Things is everything. Oh yeah, man. I love Stranger Things. I do. Let's see.
Everyone does. I like it. It's just not on that level for me, and I'm jealous. I wish it was.
Yeah.
I really like it, but it's not like the holy shit level for me.
I'm so invested in it at this point, man. It's just like I remember when the first season came out, and I had just come home from work and I saw it on Netflix, and it was like recently added. And I had heard someone at work talking about it, saying it was really good, and it was like a 80s show, and I love the 80s. I always have.
No, I do too.
It's like I'll give it a shot, and I sat there watching the first episodes. I was eating dinner, and then next thing I know, I had watched all of them.
Yeah,
I went through the whole freaking first season. Like this was freaking amazing.
I like the 80s too. I'm not the biggest sci-fi guy. So I guess when it goes to like 11 and that like pool of water with all this stuff on her and all that, I don't know. I just lose interest. But I do dig it, guys. I do. I'm just not.
Oh yeah.
I'm not blown away like everybody else. Until Vecna came, and I was like, hell yeah, give me more Vecna.
Dude, season 4 was so Nightmare on Elm Street, like
it was.
And I remember when the trailer for season 4 came out, I think I reacted to it on my channel, and I was just like, man, this has a lot of Nightmare on Elm Street vibes, and it was just like, not only did it, who was Vecna's daddy? It was freaking Robert Englund. You know what I mean? It was just like, you got to be freaking kidding me right now. Freddy's fucking Vecna's daddy. Like, this is crazy. Let's see. Val is saying it's all Michael's fault. Melissa, I'm hooked on that show now. Yeah. I kept telling Val, like, you got to watch. You've got to watch it. Like, it's freaking, it's the shit. She binged the hell out of that. I remember her telling me, like, I'm on season 2. I'm on season 3. Let's see. Val is saying I binge watched 4 seasons in 2 days. Yes, I remember you sending me the messages, Val. That was freaking awesome. Michelle is gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Peter is saying great analogy, Michael. Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, it had a lot of Nightmare on Elm Street vibes to that for sure. Oh, let's see. Let's go to the poll. We're 5 minutes in. It looks like The Haunting of Hill House will move on at 67% to 33%. 37 to 33. And True Blood goes home for the night. Oh boy, here we go. This is definitely going to be a good one. I think you're going to like this one, Matt. Who wins? We have American Horror Story versus Bates Motel. And the poll has begun.
I need a minute.
Ooh. I think we all need a minute. This isn't hitting me like the Stranger Things Supernatural, but it's pretty close. It is definitely pretty close. Ooh.
God, I'm thinking. Haunting of American Horror Story, Bates Motel.
Yeah.
And this has been a thing where it's like it's been interesting. Like when something goes up against, say they've had 6 seasons, they're going up against something with 1 or 2 or something.
Right.
I'm going Bates, baby. I'm going Bates. I'm kind of mad at myself that I keep going against American Horror Story because I am a fan. But I love Bates. It's just Vera Farmiga, and anyone in the chat who can let us know the actor who portrayed Norman. He blew my mind in that series. He blew my mind. I liked his brother, Michael. I liked his brother in that. And I like their chemistry. I can't wait to watch that with Lydia. But love American Horror Story, but it's no Bates Motel for me.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, dude.
Where are you at, Michael?
Ooh, I'm having problems, man, because here are my problems, right? With this. There are so many, and we talked a little bit about this with American Horror Story before on, I talked about, 1984, that one. That's my favorite season of American Horror Story. Like it's free. I love it.
It came so late, which was so cool.
It did.
It was a phenomenal
I did, and it changed. Like American Horror Story, I always liked. Like I thought it was good. I would watch it, but when that one came out, it made me really, really like the show. So that's where it's tough for me because I think that there's a lot more variety in American Horror Story. I think that there's a lot more. I think the more solid story is with Bates Motel because, it is one story. And we talked about, how well that Vera Farmiga did, how well that I almost said Anthony Perkins, how well that Norman Bates was portrayed. So it's just, that's where I have, the tough time with choosing between this one, because we always go back to the familiar thing where it's just like, you're holding them both. Which one are you going to watch? You know what I mean? And I do that with this. And it's just like, well, man, I could really watch either of these, because there are certain aspects of this one that I freaking love so much. That's so good. And there are aspects of this one that I love so much, it's so good. This one's tough for me, man. This one really is, dude, because I think out of all the choices I've had to make tonight, this is the toughest one for the simple fact that I enjoy both of these stories so much. I do.
And it's funny because I know that, we all struggle. There was a guy in today Michael, and I was looking for you. I was hoping you were there. But he was a big Jason fan. He came in
Yeah.
and he said, "Yeah." He goes, I love my Friday the 13th, man." He said, "Just one. The only one I could not. I just don't care for is Jason X." And I was like, "Oh, where's Michael?"
So,
Michael, I thought he was gonna say, for the life of me, I thought he was gonna say, "Jason Goes to Hell."
did you look at him and be like, "Well, Jason Goes to Hell was okay"? Like, what are we doing here?
I did bring it up. Because he didn't even mention Goes to Hell, but he said the only one I don't care for is X. I was like, "Oh, where's Michael to kick this guy out of the shop?"
Like,
But it's just
come here
funny.
for a second. Let me talk to you about this for a minute, man. Let me sit down and talk to you.
But I did. After he said that, I was like, "Oh, but Jason Goes to Hell with the shape shifting and all that." He goes, "Yeah, that kind of sucked too."
Oh man. Let's see what the chat has to say. James is saying both are great, but I still like Bates Motel. I get it, man. Melissa's saying I don't like either, but I guess Bates. Oh God, Melissa, these are so good.
Melissa is a tough cookie. I love it.
Val is saying gotta go American Horror Story. I like the variety of stories we go with each season. Oh, I see Denisha's in the chat. What's up, Denisha? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you here. Let's see.
Hello, Janisha.
Michelle is saying the change in the stories is what makes it so awesome. Yeah, definitely. Peter Anthony is saying take the greatest moments of American Horror Story versus the greatest of the Bates. And if you are honest and not even close, American Horror Story has so many moments and it broke barriers for regular TV series on basic cable. And see, that's a little bit what I was talking about, Peter, with that, because it's like there are a lot of different, things that come into play when you talk about these, for sure. Russell is saying Friday the 13th TV series was good, but could have been a different name. Wasn't Jason. Yeah. And you know what? I'll be 100% honest with that Friday the 13th series. Like I watched a few episodes of that when I was younger and then didn't even watch the rest of it. So I know what it was about, but I can't say, like, I couldn't sit here and talk about it now. You know what I mean? It'd be interesting to go back and watch that now to see if it was something that I like. Kind of like how Halloween 3 kind of grew on me to a certain extent. I'm wondering if that would do the same. I don't know. It's tough.
You do that, Michael, and you let me know.
I'll let you know how.
I've only heard bad things about the Friday the 13th series.
I'll let you know.
I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole.
But American Horror Story is moving on. It's 70-30 over Bates. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting over the Bates Motel. So we have... Oops. Who wins? Tales from the Crypt versus the Twilight Zone. Very similar premises here.
Tales of the Crypt for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly, I have to. You know what I mean? Like all the things we talked about Tales from the Crypt last time, apply here. The nostalgia for me for Tales from the Crypt is way just because of my age, and the times that I grew up, Tales from the Crypt, dude, it was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I love Tales from the Crypt. And the biggest thing being a kid watching this was, like I said earlier, the puppet. You know what I mean? Like the Crypt Keeper. I want to see that puppet again. I want to see the puppet again. But yeah, I got to go Tales from the Crypt all day over Twilight Zone. Not that Twilight Zone wasn't good, but Tales from the Crypt. That's where I'm going with this.
And you know what?
Like
what you said. And had I been born in that time where, say I'm 12 to 15 and Twilight Zone is, in its prime.
Yeah.
It had to have been badass. Like just super badass. It's like I can go back and talk about like, the monster when all the when the Universal monsters were blowing it up, Frankenstein, and we hadn't seen anything like that. They hadn't seen anything like that when all those came out. They had to be phenomenal for a young like scary horror type of fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of that stuff. I talk all the time in my shop how I would have loved to have been young when The Exorcist came out and seen that in theater for the first time. Like, that had to be a hell of an experience, but now we've seen it all. We've seen it all. But I don't know where I'm going with this, but you know what I'm saying.
I got you.
Like that had to be just so surreal and just so like, what the hell?
Oh yeah. Thank you for throwing this up, Val. Val is throwing up the Patreon link. If you'd like to support the channel outside of YouTube, you can do so at Patreon, and Val has provided the link. Oh, let's see. I'm kind of getting a lot of Tales from the Crypt in the chat here that I'm seeing. For sure. For sure. Russell's asking for a Skeletor what? I can definitely give that to Russell. What? I can definitely do that for you, buddy. Paul, I had to go with Tales from the Crypt as well. James is saying, I like the Twilight Zone, but I love Tales from the Crypt. That's what I'm talking about. And Val's also thrown up Matt's Facebook link. Yes, go over to Bad Matt's Mask and check it out. You can do so at the link that Val has provided below.
Thank
they've
you,
got
Val.
all kinds of cool stuff over there, especially if you need. You can get all your little horror items over there for sure. Figures, masks, all kinds of different things. But I am going to close this out because it is only 3 minutes in. But Tales from the Crypt right now is at 89% to 11% for the Twilight Zone. So it was kind of a one-sided deal there. Oh boy, this is a good one too. But this is sorry.
We're getting close to the end, aren't we?
We are getting close to the end. Stranger Things versus The Walking Dead. The poll is up. Cast your votes now.
This will probably be the hardest one for me to answer.
Oh, really? Yeah, man.
I think so. I think so.
That's freaking it.
Damn.
Well, while you're working that out, I'll tell you what I think. I'm going Stranger Things all day, 100%. I think everybody knew that. So I don't feel like I'm saying anything that's groundbreaking or anybody will just be like, what? No, seriously, man. Yeah, all the things I said before. I got to go Stranger Things with this one. But I could see how, there's going to be some conflict between these two because I know that there are fans of both of these series for sure.
So here's what it is that's going through my head. Like, if I could take The Walking Dead and throw 3 seasons out, just toss them out, and just collaborate all the seasons I thoroughly enjoy. Like, dude, stop with Negan. Negan was so badass. I love Negan. But it's undeniable, there are some seasons that are snooze fest.
Yeah.
There are. But I had this, dude, this is super tough for me. It's the first one where I would want to, if I was being honest, I'd want to say it's a draw for me. I know we can't really do that. So come to me after everybody's votes are in, dude. I'm really that on the fence, man.
Sometimes, dude, you get in those predicaments where it's just like, I don't know.
I'm really that on the fence. Because it's like, dude, I don't want to forget that there were some really kick-ass Walking Dead seasons. Then there were some where I even stopped watching it for, I want to say, a year or two.
Yeah, I did too as well.
And came back. And then there were later seasons where I was like, holy shit, this is getting good again. And then Stranger Things for me has been really good. Had some low moments and then good again.
He's definitely struggling with this one for sure. On the struggle bus.
Oh shit!
I'm actually surprised where the poll is going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely am. Like the sheer percentage.
Well, where are we at?
Currently, Stranger Things is winning 78% to 22% over The Walking Dead.
I'm surprised at that too. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go Walking Dead.
All right. Hell yeah, man.
It's ever so slightly.
We'll leave the poll up there for another minute, and I will go ahead and go through some of these chats that we have here, so I can get all caught up to make sure we're.
And it's another show like what I've been saying throughout the segment. You know, it's another show that's like, you know, Walking Dead's got how many episodes or seasons compared to, you know, how many
4 for Stranger Things. What was Walking Dead? It was like 11.
Yeah,
11?
and that's a huge mismatch as far as seasons go.
Yeah. Michelle is saying my parents let me have this small pink square TV in my room as a kid. I would watch Alfred Hitchcock and Tales from the Crypt late at night on the weekends. Hell yeah. I used to do that and watch Tales from the Dark Side as well. Let's see.
Nobody watched Skinamax? I mean, Tales from the Crypt. Absolutely.
Never had cable in the room. The parents didn't trust me with that for sure. Let's see. Actually, I think I went through these already. I'm sorry, you guys. I think I'm rereading here. Let's see. James was saying, I still like The Walking Dead. I watched a lot more during The Walking Dead. I still like The Walking Dead. I watched a lot more Walking Dead than Stranger Things. All right, man. I got you. Val is saying, I have to be honest, my go-to rewatch series used to be The Walking Dead until I watched Stranger Things. That's freaking awesome.
Okay.
Melissa's saying, then I got my own TV, watched horror. Yeah. Hell yeah. I had a lot of horror movies on VHS tape. I had tons of horror movies on VHS tape. Michelle is saying, my mom was a big Stephen King fan. Oh yeah. My mother was a huge true crime fan. I always used to joke around with my dad about that. Like, she was watching true crime nonstop. I'm like, dude, if you ever mess up, you're going to disappear and they're never going to find you. Like, she has seen it for years. She's been watching this.
No fingerprints, nothing.
Yeah.
I like true crime too.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Russell is saying, there you go, Val. Awesome. Michelle is saying, my life is a struggle bus. Oh my God. Melissa's saying, gotta love me some Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Negan, I got you. I'm going to go ahead and end this poll because we are 6 minutes in. And Stranger Things will be moving on.
To the semis.
70%, actually.
To the semis, right?
To the finals. This is it.
To the finals. Oh, shit, you're right.
This is it. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything.
Oh, shit.
This is... No, you're right. To the finals. Or the semifinals. Because we still have...
Oh, okay.
These two here. I was just getting a little ahead of myself there. But we are very close. Who wins? We have The Haunting of Hill House versus American Horror Story. And the poll has begun. All right.
I like to let you be quiet for a second.
Well, I'm trying to do like 5 things.
No, I understand. I like it.
Okay, it's up there. I didn't see the poll, but it just freaking disappeared off my screen, but it came back. All right, so we got The Haunting of Hill House and we got American Horror Story. Where do you sit on these two series, Matt?
I think I have to go. I think I have to go American Horror Story.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one.
And it's hard. It is hard to say this, Michael. But it's like, am I disregarding? Because there's more than one season of American Horror Story that I thoroughly enjoy. There's more than one. Yeah. There's the 1984, or 83, whatever it is that you said.
That's my favorite, dude. Like that is the one season with this show that I can watch over and over and over again if I wanted to.
I was digging it too. And they had a lot of killer atmosphere, especially like with Asylum, with Coven. So yeah, this is just like no disrespect to Hill House because I thought it was fantastic. I'm a huge Haunting of Hill House fan, but it didn't give me enough to discredit all the American Horror Story that I do enjoy. So I'm going to go American Horror Story.
Oh yeah, man. And I don't do this often when we do these brackets because you and I don't always agree on, a lot of things, but this, yeah, dude, I'm going to have to piggyback off of that. Haunting a Hill House was really good. Like I really enjoyed, that sit down. But when you start to talk about, rewatchability, and things like that, man, like I said, when you get into American Horror Story, there are seasons that are so good that it's just like, it's not like let's say we were talking about The Walking Dead, right? There's nothing in that to where it'd be like, dude, season 4 was awesome, I want to watch it again immediately. It's like, no, I got the story. It's good. With American Horror Story, though, there are certain seasons where it's just like, damn, I could watch that again right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I could literally just say, hey, let's start this one back over because it was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And so that's what's really leading me, to having American Horror Story over The Haunting of Hill House. But not that The Haunting of Hill House wasn't fantastic, because it was. It was great.
I'll even go as far as to say that it was better than if you had an average of American Horror Story.
Yeah.
If I put all of them in an average and where they rank, I'm going Hill House. Does that make sense?
It does. So like, let's say you would look at each season and be like, I give this one a 5, I give this one a 7, I give this one and then you average all the numbers and say, okay.
I don't think it would beat Hill House.
Okay. All right.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I am saying. But the ones that are good combined beat Hill House. Okay. I'm sorry, beat Hill House.
I got you, man. Hell yeah, dude. Let's see what the chat is saying. I'm about to laugh here in a minute. Let's see.
I'm actually already surprised at what has gotten so far. Like, I don't know. I'd have to relook at everything. But
I got you.
I'm surprised in the semis. I'm going with American Horror Story. I'm a little surprised.
Well, yeah, man.
Are you, or do you feel like this is where you should be?
Well, the way that it played out, I'm not surprised. The things that it went up against. Because that's the thing with these brackets. Do you remember our Freddy versus Jason run? I know I go back to that quite a bit. That was my biggest shocker, that it was where it was. But it all really depends on what it goes up against. And, I think that our first pick of the night was crazy. Like when you put The Haunting of Hill House versus The Last of Us, like that was the first one. And it was just like, wow, like we have started this one off with a banger. Like seriously, like I'm really going to get to see what people think about these shows. This one, I can see me picking this over Haunting of Hill House. Yeah. I'm not surprised Haunting of Hill House is there. I am surprised. Well, when we get into the next one, I'll talk about that one. Melissa's saying my true favorite is true crime. Oh yeah. Michelle is saying my mom liked Murder, She Wrote. My grandmother liked Murder, She Wrote. Russell loved Murder, She Wrote. Oh, yeah.
The beginning of Murder, She Wrote put me to sleep.
You know, it's funny because
We're typing away. And it's like,
I was just talking to someone not too long ago, but you know what show puts me to sleep every time? And it's not that the show is boring. It's just that it was the sound I would hear that put me to sleep as a kid. It's the beginning of MASH. Yeah.
MASH.
MASH.
Yeah,
dude, anytime. Dun, 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 you know, it's just like
you can
in
put
the back
on
of my head
now and I'll
it
pass
puts me
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Melatonin has not got shit on MASH.
Dude, it was the time it came on when we were kids. So like the show would end, I would shut my eyes and I would hear like dun, 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 you know, and I'd just be out.
I could see a doctor is like, we could either go with Ambien or MASH.
Or have you tried melatonin? Well, I've got this old VHS of MASH. You can try that.
Oh man, God. Dude. No, I'm right there with you. MASH put me out.
Yeah, man. I think everybody in like our generation it did. Like it
all
was
you
just
need is a warm cup of tea and some MASH.
It wasn't the show was good. Like I enjoyed the show.
If
I made it to that part, you know what I mean? But just the time that it came on, yeah, definitely. Michelle is saying, "Can I win my third bracket? There must be a prize." Wow, third bracket. Wow. Let's see. I don't think I've won any bracket. Russell is saying American Horror Story all day. Michelle, American Horror Story. The Shape, American Horror Story.
Okay.
Russell saying NYC was good, American Horror Story. Let's see. These are both great. Russell is saying Original Unsolved Mysteries is on Tubi. Lydia saying, oh my God, I made it back in time to vote for my baby. Hill House all the way. And we're getting yelled at. Stop it. I love MASH. Hey. Don't bash the MASH.
Don't bash the MASH. Oh my gosh. No, I don't even know what an episode of MASH is even like. I just know that beginning and I was like gone. But I don't even know anything about MASH.
Jerry's bringing back the old Simon and Simon. I remember Simon and Simon. I definitely remember that, Jerry. For sure. James is saying, I liked X-Files. Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember X-Files. And James, I could see him. Yeah, he's a big sci-fi guy. I could see you digging X-Files.
Peter saying, I hate MASH.
I didn't like MASH either.
Oh my goodness. So we have left this up long enough. It looks like American Horror Story is moving on at 67% to 33%.
I am going to get a tape of the MASH beginning, though, and just put that bitch on repeat. Because I have some sleep issues sometimes, but that'll do it.
And that's going to...
I'll drink some warm milk and put on MASH. Sleep like a baby.
I always have problems sleeping. Maybe I should try MASH.
What is it about that, though? But you're right, Michael. Our generation, they all say the same thing. MASH came on, I went to sleep.
It was the time, man. It wasn't really the show.
I'm not saying that either, but what time did it?
It was 11. It was 11 p.m.
It didn't come on till 11?
Yeah, it was 11 p.m.
Yeah, it was just,
It was that time, man. It was that time to crash. Like,
and the music was perfect.
It was. All right. Who wins? The poll is up. We have Stranger Things versus Tales from the Crypt.
Now, this is it, right?
No, this is to go up against American Horror Story for the finals.
Okay.
This.
Oh my gosh.
One.
Damn, dude.
All right, I'll go while you're working that out because this is easy for me. I'm going Stranger Things all day, every day for this one. We talked about the nostalgia with Tales from the Crypt and everything. Yes, it's there. I love Tales from the Crypt, but to me, I'm so invested in Stranger Things at this point. Who knows? The next season could come out. It could bomb. It could be terrible. You could ask me this same question next year, and I would have a different answer. But for today, the way Stranger Things is right now, current state, going Stranger Things. Stranger Things is my choice. I said it. I don't care.
Nobody is surprised at that.
So what I'm doing.
Gosh. It's man. I feel like I have to. I feel like I'm gonna join you simply because it's been so long since I've watched Tales from the Crypt. It has been so long. I know I enjoyed it. I know it has nostalgia for me. I know it has memories for me, all that good stuff. So I feel like I'd pick it over any mediocre, current series. But even for me, Stranger Things is not mediocre. It's a notch above that. And after the last season, I'm also on board for this next season. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna piggyback. I'm gonna go Stranger Things as well.
Oh yeah.
So
it's a tight race. Let's see what the chat has to say. This one's
and it's cool. It's so cool with something that is older, but has that nostalgia power and has that, what people loved as a what they loved as a kid or whatever, that can carry so much weight. It can carry so much weight. I've seen it do it, with you, Michael. I've seen a lot of things carry so much weight. We all have that, but
yeah,
I'll be interested to see where this goes.
Hell yeah, man. Let's see. Russell was saying New York City is the season before 1984, Michael. Yeah, sometimes they get jumbled up for me. Thank you, Russell. I appreciate that. Michelle is saying Tales from the Crypt. Melissa is saying Tales from the Crypt.
Okay, I'm not surprised that we got people going with it.
Lydia is going with Stranger Things. Paula is saying, let's go. Stranger Things for the win.
Now, Lydia, have you seen Tales from the Crypt?
James is going Tales from the Crypt. Russell Dorsey is saying, darn you, Bracket. How could you? Both were awesome shows. Hell yeah.
That's what's great about it when it gets tough.
It is. Michelle is saying, I think Stranger Things may be American Horror Stories only competition. Could be. But she says, I'm voting Tales from the Crypt either way.
I'm voting Marion.
And Eric from the Bearded Entertainment is in the chat saying, don't forget to slash that like button, y'all.
What's up, Eric?
What's up, dude? Melissa saying, how dare you, Michael? I like what I like. I do like what I like. Michelle is saying, Stranger Things lost points with me by making us wait forever. That is not a lie. They definitely are taking their sweet ass time with it. Paul is saying, I agree, but they had no choice. There's always a choice. Michelle is saying season 1 through 3 were golden, but they lost me afterwards. I love season 4. I did love season 4.
So
Russell,
is that Stranger Things? Is that what she was talking about?
yes.
So she didn't like 4. Okay.
I don't know. I think she was saying it waiting forever. I don't know.
Okay.
I have to check. Russell is saying blame the bracket, not Michael, because this bracket needs to be voted off the island. Thank you, Russell. Thank you for.
Oh shit. Because I'd say with Stranger Things, I'd say I'm almost more like season 2 and 3 were just for me. But
hell yeah. DJ saying Tales from the Crypt.
I wanted so bad to be the guy that made their creepy characters like the Demigorgon and the guy in the sky with the limbs and stuff. They were way too sci-fi for me. I would have chose different creatures, but that's just me getting weird with it. But the Demigorgon was just I don't know.
I like the Demigorgons.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
And a lot of people do. I don't know. It looked like a pissed off tulip or something. I don't
Like a pissed off tulip with teeth.
with teeth. I don't know.
With teeth. Yeah,
Wasn't really my jam.
Like a Venus flytrap with arms and legs, or I guess 4 legs.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, we've been up for 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Stranger Things is moving on at 60% to 40%. And we have hit the finals. Those will be the
All right,
two.
this is so impressive. Okay, Stranger Things. I'm surprised. I don't know. I guess I'm always a little surprised, but I'm surprised American Horror Story has gotten so far. That's very cool.
I always try to put the who wins in the first selection of the
Now,
poll.
also, you always have thoughts when something comes out and is new of what you would do with that. And when American Horror Story came out, I was very stoked. It's we have a series that's just all about horror. I'm sure all of the horror fans, across the board were super stoked. But a lot of the seasons I would have done a lot different. But that's everybody. I mean, what am I even saying? You know what I mean? That's everybody. They're like, okay, I would have done this or that. So I don't know where I'm even going with this, but I'm just some of the seasons I felt like they tried too hard.
Yeah.
I feel like they tried too hard and made it a little, too difficult, too weird. It's just my take where they should have just kept with some just true grit, horror formulas. But then again, if they did that, would everybody say, well, they're just giving us all the same, that we've seen before? You know what I mean? So, you see what I'm saying, Michael? I give it to them for trying different things as well.
Yeah.
At the same time where I wouldn't have done that. Because I was so stoked when 1984 came out. And you're right. It felt like when it started, it felt like a 80s slasher, and it was so fun. But yeah, they did a lot of things that were just really out there, and who's to say it didn't work for them? I don't know.
Yeah. So you're going American Horror Story?
I never said that. I never said that. I am.
Okay. Awesome, man. Hell yeah, dude.
I am.
Hell yeah.
There's just too much that I can't deny that I do thoroughly enjoy with. But I don't think it's. I'm not sure if I think it's a 100% fair shake where there's a lot more American Horror Story. It's not, and it's not. I just want, for the record, it's not easy for me. I'm gonna go slightly with American Horror Story.
Oh yeah, man. Both are great. Both are great, for sure. Of course, for me,
American Horror Story.
I watch Stranger Things over American Horror Story. Sorry, not sorry. Stranger Things is one of my favorite shows. I am sad that it's coming to an end, but yeah, no, I'm definitely going Stranger Things for this one. This one for me, it's not even close. Not even close.
Even hearing you say that, Michael, it's closer than I even want you guys to know. It's barely for me. It is.
Dude, this one, I am so invested in all of these characters. It's not even close, dude. Like Stranger Things for me, it's fantastic. Like I can't. There's no way. There's freaking no way. Can't do it. Cannot do that.
And
Let's see.
I feel like I want you to ask me this same question after the last season. Like I really do. Because that's where I'm coming from. It's like I can't discredit all of the seasons of American Horror Story that I like combined to beat out, Stranger Things.
The storytelling in Stranger Things and the amount that dude, it's fantastic. The way that they make you love these characters, dude. And I said it earlier. When we first started talking about Stranger Things, what was it I said that was so good about Stranger Things? I said that the characters, they make you love the characters. Each little story, like they have so many stories that they have going on all at once, and you care about each and every one of them. Like it's fantastic. You know how I am, character driven stuff. You know what I mean? Like, make me connect with the characters, and that Stranger Things has that in spades for me.
And I get
it does.
that. I get that.
It does.
Let me ask you this: Does any of the sci-fi bore you? Like
dude, I love sci-fi too, like aliens.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like that was something else I said earlier. Too. It was like they're combining like Ghostbusters with aliens, and you got this aspect and this aspect. Like it's so good.
Okay,
it's so good. Yeah, but I don't believe the chat is going to agree with me. I think that they will agree with you on this one. Yes.
What?
Like I said, I'm looking at the chat right now,
dude. I think I thought I was doomed.
Oh no. I'm going to leave it up for another 30 seconds, but it looks like American Horror Story is going to win. Unless you have not voted yet, I see that there are people in the chat who have not voted. Make sure that you get your vote in. You have about 20 seconds left, and we will have a winner.
Dude, I'm sorry, but even though I will be floored if our winner is American Horror Story.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But
I guess what it does have going for it has been consistent.
Yeah.
It's been going for a while. It's current. Michael, I'll be honest, dude. I'm not even really sure with my answer right now. Like, the more you started talking, I wanted to change. I'm sure you've had some, answers where you start questioning yourself as well. We all have.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, I don't know, man. I just don't know if I can put Stranger Things as over all the episodes that I liked. Freak Show. Not a lot of people do, but I thought the Freak Show was pretty badass.
Yeah.
Did you like that one?
Yeah. Hang on one second.
Sure.
41. All right. It is official. American Horror Story has won.
Wow.
And it wins 58% to 41%. So American Horror Story does win the bracket. And that's awesome. That is freaking awesome.
Damn.
I am so far behind on the chat at this point. Let me try to catch up to some of this.
Supernatural got wiped out.
Supernatural got wiped out in the first round,
which is crazy. I thought we'd be battling like Stranger Things. Supernatural is kind of how I thought it would go.
Hell yeah.
Or like Stranger Things Marion, slasher Marion, Everybody's like, shut up, Matt. All right. Yeah. Do what's right.
Do what's right.
Yeah, Eddie Munson was awesome.
Yeah, dude. What a great character.
Dude, American Horror Story. That's cool. It's cool that they won.
Oh yeah.
And Evan, dude, thank you, Eric. Evan Peters in American Horror Story is fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. He really is. It's a pleasure to watch him in those series. He is so badass. I think we're taking some heat, Michael, if I'm not mistaken.
That's fine.
But yeah. And there's a lot of killer acting in American Horror Story. A lot.
Oh yeah. Michelle says, just announced my 3-time win and move along. This was her pick.
Oh, really? To go all the way?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Well,
and I like this. You know, Peter mentioned this right here, and I didn't even it didn't even process in my brain that what this was. You know, with Sean Austin, you know, from Goonies, says this reminds me of a map I had when I was a kid. You know, like, yeah, man, that's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's season 2. Season 2.
This was awesome, guys.
Okay, fine. Stranger Things is my secret pick, but American Horror Stories is my bracket pick. Okay. Let's see. A lot of American Horror Stories. Michelle says win.
That's cool. I am surprised. I didn't know how much weight it still carried.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Freak Show was very cool. The guy who played that spoiled ass rich kid who was psycho as fuck. He was so fun to watch. Remember him, Michael?
Yeah.
Dude, he was fantastic, dude. He was fantastic. Like, killing people covered in blood in his tidy whities and stuff. And like, dude, he was great.
Oh yeah, man. This was fun tonight, dude. This was fun to get back at it. It's been a couple weeks since we've been here. You know what I mean? It was fun to get back at it, dude. And I can't wait to talk to you about what we'll do for next week. And man, what a fun night, dude. I honestly, you know, going into this, I thought that I knew, like, you know, it's probably going to be like Stranger Things or Supernatural or Hill House that's going to be in the finals. You know what I mean? Like, those were the ones. American Horror Story, I didn't even think of until Michelle sent me the message like, hey, I'm going to be late. Can you put, you know, my pick in the bracket? Thank you for doing that, by the way. And I was just like, wow, man, I didn't even factor that into the equation. But that comes out to there being so many series, you know, that we could have thrown in this bracket. And it's just like, wow, man. Like, you know, I know Sarah earlier was, you know, she was like, why is Buffy not in there? It's like, well, you know what I mean? Like, it's I don't know if Buffy would have came down to the finals, but, you know, I know a lot of people love that show. You know, they do. And there's just so many I could think of, especially after we get started. I think, oh, that could have been in there. And hell, we almost missed The Walking Dead. That almost didn't make it in the bracket.
Yeah.
You know, so hell yeah. Oh. Let's see here. Let me get caught up here. Paula was saying, I just started my 14th rewatch of season 4 before the Olympics started. Wow, that's crazy. That's awesome, though.
14th rewatch.
Yeah. Wow.
Of what?
Stranger Things season 4.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. Russell saying this was super fun. Enjoyed it, Michael and Matt. Thank you, Russell. We enjoyed doing this, buddy.
Yeah, always.
Michelle is saying there's a super weird movie I wanted to ask everyone if they've seen, but now I can't think of the darn name. I know I never heard it mentioned on the channel, so I'm super curious.
Long Legs.
Long Legs. Yep.
Long
and Melissa has hit her 5-month membership. She said, well, you rocking your channel, the real deal, Michael. Thank you. thank you very much, Melissa, and congratulations for being here with us for 5 months. That is freaking awesome. Definitely glad to have you here as a member. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Well, Matt, did you want to talk about any Mad Matt stuff before we wrapped up for tonight?
No, I'm good. For next Sunday, I will have some really killer pieces to show you guys. I'm excited to have that available. But for tonight, I'm good. And this was awesome, Michael.
Yeah,
whole lot of fun, man.
Hell
Thank
yeah,
you
dude.
for having me, buddy, as always.
Of course, man, and we'll do it again next week, and it will be an absolute blast.
All right,
I
man.
really don't have much else either. So, with that being said, you guys, this was a blast. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. And with that being said, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.